Good evening everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to another important CT360 series session in which we cover the important current affairs from the examination point of view and specifically the GA and ESI current affairs. So when I talk about today's session, my dear friends, we will be covering the important news articles from 20 to 21st of May 2025. If you are preparing for RBI, NABARD, SBI, banking examinations, wherever the current affairs has been asked, let me tell you that this session is going to be very helpful for all your current affairs exam preparation. And now if I'm audible and visible to all of you, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box so that we can start with the today's session. Let me tell you that we always follow a ritual in our session that we first revise the previous sessions important aspects, facts and figures, and then we move on to the latest important current affairs of the mentioned date here. ठीक है? So अब आप सभी से एक request है that please quickly give me a thumbs up in the chat box if I am audible and visible to all of you. So good evening Rover and all of the people who have joined us live today in today's session. So today we will be covering the important current affairs from 20 to 21st of May, right? And the topics that we are going to cover in the today's session includes the full functional literacy which is being given to Mizoram, India eliminates Trachoma, 78th World Health Assembly and other important news articles, right? So a lot of news articles today I'm having for all of you, but before that, let's try to have a quick bite revision of the previous session topics. And here are the questions and you need to tell me the right answer to them in the comment section. So thank you Yashika, Nishu and Gururaj for giving me your confirmation. So here the first question is on the world economic outlook that we have discussed in a very detailed manner in the previous session. And the question is, what will be the global growth rate in 2025? What is going to be the GDP growth forecast for the global economy in 2025? What exactly is the right answer here? And after that, you need to tell me here what is India's growth rate in 2025. So अगर हम बात करते हैं global growth rate की, it will be 2.8%. That is the right answer. 2.8% is the right answer here. And when it comes to the India's GDP growth forecast, so what will be the right answer here? Can anybody tell me here in the chat box? What is going to be the India's GDP growth forecast? I can see in the chat box, so Guinea, Muskan, Mukund, Gururaj, all of the people are giving me the right answer here. So for the world we have covered, it is 2.8%. The report released by the IMF, that is International Monetary Fund. And absolutely right, Gururaj and all other people have given me the right answer here that it will be 6.3%. Sorry, not 6.3 but 6.2%. So 6.2% is the right answer here. That will be India's GDP growth forecast in 2025. Now the next question, Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan will be conducted from dash. So what exactly is the tenure of this particular campaign which will be conducted by the government of India? What exactly is the tenure? It is 29th May to 12th of June. That is the right answer. Next question. Union Home Minister and Minister of Corporation Shri Amit Shah has launched the new OCI portal. अगर हम बात करें OCI scheme की, तो इसको कौन से year के अंदर implement किया गया था? In which year this scheme was been implemented? That is in 2005. 2005 is the right answer. Next question, Government e-Marketplace has celebrated its 8th incorporation day. This is a section dash company. So कौन से section के अंदर इसे as a company institute किया गया था? That is the Government e-Marketplace, which has recently completed its 8th incorporation day. That is, it is a section 8 company. Just remember 8. Section 8 company है ये. Next part. So E0 FIR initiative को launch किया गया. It is a pilot project in which place? कहां पर इसको लॉन्च किया गया है? It has been launched in Delhi. Delhi is the right answer. Apart from that, when we talk about the number, basically the complaints which will be converted into the FIRs under this particular part, so what exactly will be the financial loss, that is the minimum limit for it? So ये financial loss कितना होना चाहिए? That is rupees 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs is the right answer. So how many of you have given me the right answer in the chat box? Please tell me in the comment section. Yes, I can see all the people giving me the right answers to all these questions that we have asked you here. So it's really great and it shows that yes, you are able to basically cover all the important aspects of the previous session. Now moving ahead, first ever Khelo India Beach Games, they are holding in which place? They are taking place in which place? Diu is the right answer. Next question, according to the recent research from Ethnologue, which language is the most widely spoken language? कौन सी लैंग्वेज सबसे ज्यादा बोली जाती है अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड? दैट इज इंग्लिश. English is the right answer. Next question, Sagar mein Samman has been launched to increase participation of women, and this initiative was been launched on one of the important international day, that is International Day for Women in Maritime. So on which date we celebrate this day? This date is being celebrated on 18th of May. इस डे को हम 18th May को सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, फर्स्ट सागर माथा संवाद is taking place with the theme of climate change, mountains and the future of humanity. And what is the place where it is taking place? It has been hosted in Nepal. Kathmandu, Nepal is the right answer here. That is the right part. Next question, Department of Posts released a commemorative postage stamp celebrating 125 years of Kodaikanal Solar Observatory. So Kodaikanal Solar Observatory कौन सी स्टेट के अंदर लोकेटेड है? In which state it is there? It is in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is the right answer. Next question, what is the name of the person from Thrissur who has been given the 2024 Crawford Fund Medal for his contribution to the international agricultural research? What is the name of that person? So what is the name of this person? Quickly tell me in the chat box. The person who has been given the 2024 Crawford Fund Medal for his continued contribution to international agricultural research. He is from Thrissur. What is the right answer? I told you that here the name of the awardee is really very important, who has been given this award. So what is the name of that person? I'm waiting for your responses, guys, in the chat box. Please try to tell me here. Absolutely right, Gururaj, it is Kadam Boat. Kadam Boat is the right answer. Moving to the next question. Dash breached the 90-meter mark for the first time in javelin event and created a national record. What is the name of this person? The person's name is Neeraj Chopra. So Neeraj Chopra is the right answer here. So with this, we have revised the important aspects of the previous session, and now we will be moving towards the important topics of the today's session, that is of 20th to 21st of May 2025. And let me tell you another important point, my dear friends, that today we are also going to revise the current affairs, because today we are having the monthly revision series session of March 2025, and today we will be covering the current tab document, right? That is your GA, GA plus ESI, GA plus finance part. So make sure that you are also going to join us at 6 PM today. ठीक है, आप सभी को 6 PM पर भी आना है आज के सेशन में. So बढ़ते हैं आज के सेशन की तरफ, and the first news article here is Mizoram has achieved full functional literacy. तो full functional literacy मिजोरम ने यहाँ पर अचीव की है, and Mizoram with this achievement has become the first state of our country to have achieved the full literacy, to attain full literacy. ठीक है, ये रिसेंटली डिक्लेयर किया गया. अगर हम बात करते हैं 2011 सेंसस की, तो उस टाइम पर जो लिटरेसी रेट था वहां पर दैट इज 91.33%. ठीक है, सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द लिटरेसी रेट इज? लिटरेसी रेट क्या है? द नंबर ऑफ पीपल who are able to read, write and understand the things, right? In a specified age group. एक specified age group में कितने लोग हैं जो कि able हैं to do that, and upon the total number of population in that specified age group, that is the literacy rate. ठीक है, so countries के लिए ये जो particular age group है, it can be different, right? And now when it comes to the PLFS survey में ये पाया गया कि Mizoram has achieved literacy rate of 98.2%. अगर किसी स्टेट को हम कहें कि it has achieved the full literacy, so what exactly is that minimum percentage amount that it has to be attained? That is 95%. तो वो 95% है as per the Ministry of Education, and Mizoram has achieved this rate of 98.2% as per the PFLS survey, right? And that's why now Mizoram has achieved the full functional literacy here. ठीक है, let me tell you here that जब यहाँ पर 91.33% का रेट था, तो उल्लास स्कीम को यहाँ पर इंप्लीमेंट किया गया, that is also नव भारत साक्षरता कार्यक्रम, जिसके अंदर the people who are not literate उनको भी literate बनाया गया. अभी उल्लास स्कीम क्या है, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारे लिए, that is required to be covered here. So Aditya and all other people who are having any queries, guys, please I would like to request you here that I will be taking all your queries at the end of the session. ठीक है, so for now just try to focus here and I will be taking all your queries at the end of the session. Okay, so यहाँ पर we are talking about the Mizoram which has achieved the full functional literacy, and now we will be covering about the scheme that is Ullas Nav Bharat Saksharta Karyakram, which is also New India Literacy Program. So what exactly it is all about? सो दिस इज बेसिकली अ सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम. सो दोस्तों सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम कौन सी होती है? सी टू टाइप्स की स्कीम्स होती है, सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम and central sector scheme. In the central sector scheme, the full contribution, full financial allocation which is being given by the government is from the central government. But in case of centrally sponsored scheme, both the state government and the central government basically gives their contribution. So ये एक centrally sponsored scheme है, right? It will be implemented from 2022 to 2027. And we have aligned this with the goals of the National Education Policy 2020. So NEP 2020 जब बनाई गई थी तो उस कमिटी के चेयरपर्सन कौन थे? Can anybody tell me that? And recently that person passed away. The name of the person is Dr. K. Kasturi Ranjan. So NEP 2020 जिसके अंदर हमने टारगेट किया that the people aged 15 years and above who could not go to school, so we will be basically targeting those that particular population group. उस population group को हम target करेंगे and we will be making them literate. And for that, under the ULLAS scheme, we were having total 5 components. That is foundational literacy and numeracy. So guys, ये foundational literacy and numeracy क्या है? तो काफी easy है. It basically addresses the basic reading ability with the comprehension, and apart from that, you are able to write short sentences. And the third thing is basic arithmetic operations आप कर सकते हैं. Let me tell you here. Like for example, you guys are able to read this particular sentence, right? That is, it is a centrally sponsored scheme implemented from 2022 to 2027. So this is a sentence here, you are able to read it, okay? And you are also able to comprehend this, that this scheme is a centrally sponsored scheme और इसको 2022 से 2027 tenure के लिए run किया जाएगा. So this is basically called reading comprehension. Now, you are also able to write a sentence on the same. एक short sentence आप अपनी language में भी यहाँ पर लिख सकते हैं on the similar line, और basically in order to express your view on something, right? For example, अभी chat box में काफी students पूछ रहे हैं कि state news important है grade B के लिए. So basically they are writing a short sentence, right? So this is the second part. The third one is basically basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So these all are basically the part of foundational literacy and numeracy. I hope this part is clear to all of you. Now we are having the critical life skills. So what are the critical life skills? For example, hygiene awareness, health awareness, financial literacy. So these are the part of the critical life skills. Then we are having basic education, vocational skills, continuing education. So basically continuing education में क्या आएगा? For example, you have completed your education, but still you want to read something. Right now, we are having the access to the courses, but we can also provide people access to the libraries also, right? So that they can continue their education. So these are the 5 components of the NILP, that is New India Literacy Program. I hope that this is absolutely clear to all of you. These are the 5 components. And the vision of the ULLAS scheme is to make Bharat Jan Sakshar, and is based on the spirit of Kartavya Bodh, and is being implemented on a volunteerism. ठीक है, तो इसके अंदर basically we are targeting the people of 15 years up and above, and there are 5 components under the scheme. NILP काफी important है दोस्तों. We have covered even the important static portion of the scheme as well. Now moving ahead, अगर हम बात करते हैं उल्लास स्कीम, तो उसके अंदर अभी तक 1.77 करोड़ लर्नर्स को हम अपीयर हुए हैं इन द फाउंडेशनल लिटरेसी एंड न्यूमरेसी असेसमेंट टेस्ट. तो एक FLNET टेस्ट किया जाता है, उसके अंदर 1.77 करोड़ लर्नर्स दे हैव अपीयर्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट, और 2.37 करोड़ लर्नर्स और 40.84 लाख वॉलंटियर टीचर्स हैव बीन रजिस्टर्ड ऑन द उल्लास मोबाइल ऐप. तो उल्लास मोबाइल ऐप हमने इस स्कीम के लिए लॉन्च किया था, और इसके अंदर 40.84 लाख वॉलंटियर टीचर्स, अभी हमने बात की थी पिछले स्लाइड के अंदर कि ये वॉलंटियरिज्म पे काम करता है. ठीक है, एक तरीके से कर्तव्य बोध कि हमारा कर्तव्य है लोगों को यहां पर लिटरेट करना. ठीक है, सो दैट इज द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, अगर हम बात करते हैं इंडिया के अंदर वो पहली यूनिट जिसने अटेन की थी फुल लिटरेसी, दैट वाज बेसिकली लद्दाख. तो 24 जून 2024 में लद्दाख बना था पहला फर्स्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव यूनिट टू बी डिक्लेयर्ड फुल लिटरेसी. और अभी पहली स्टेट की बात करेंगे, सो दैट इज बेसिकली मिजोरम. So Mizoram is the first full literate state and the first full administrative unit which attained the full literacy, that was Ladakh here. Absolutely, this is the right part. बढ़ते हैं अब अपने नेक्स्ट न्यूज आर्टिकल पे. आई होप कि ये एकदम क्लियर है सभी को. ठीक है, तो यहां पर कोई डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए आपको. बढ़ेंगे नेक्स्ट न्यूज आर्टिकल पे, दैट इज WHO सर्टिफिकेशन फॉर एलिमिनेशन ऑफ ट्रैकोमा. So basically India has been awarded the certificate of elimination of a disease that is trachoma. अभी trachoma क्या है? So trachoma is basically a bacterial infection which is basically caused in the eyes of human beings. ठीक है, तो हमारी eyes में ये एक bacterial infection होता है which can even lead to the blindness, and it is being caused by the bacteria that is Chlamydia ट्रैकोमेटस. तो क्लैमीडिया ट्रैकोमेटस की वजह से ये ट्रैकोमा होता है, एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द लीडिंग कॉज ऑफ प्रिवेंटेबल ब्लाइंडनेस अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, एंड इंडिया ने इसको एलिमिनेट कर दिया है. दैट्स व्हाई दिस पर्टिकुलर सर्टिफिकेट हैज बीन गिवन बाय WHO टू द इंडिया. ठीक है, वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने यहां पर इंडिया को ये डिक्लेरेशन और ये सर्टिफिकेशन दिया है दैट इंडिया इज एलिमिनेटेड ट्रैकोमा. सो अक्टूबर 8 2024 में WHO ने डिक्लेयर किया कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने एलिमिनेट कर दिया है ट्रैकोमा एज अ पब्लिक हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम, और इंडिया इसके साथ तीसरा ऐसा देश बना ऑफ द साउथ एशियन रीजन, साउथ ईस्ट एशियन रीजन, जिसने ट्रैकोमा को एलिमिनेट किया. ठीक है, दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट दैट वी हैव टू कवर हियर, एंड दिस वाज बेसिकली बीन डन ड्यूरिंग द वर्ल्ड हेल्थ असेंबली व्हिच इज बीन टेकिंग प्लेस राइट नाउ. सो इंडिया हैज बीन अवॉर्डेड द सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ एलिमिनेशन ऑफ ट्रैकोमा. ठीक है जी, बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट पार्ट पे. सो नेशनल ट्रैकोमेटस ट्रिकियासिस सर्वे यहां पर 200 एंडेमिक डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में किया गया था 2024 के अंदर, विच वाज द मैंडेट सेट बाय द WHO. WHO ने कहा था कि सर्वे सभी को कराना है, और इसीलिए इंडिया ने भी इसको कंडक्ट किया, एंड नाउ वी हैव आइडेंटिफाइड दैट वी आर एबल टू एलिमिनेट ट्रैकोमा फ्रॉम आवर नेशन. Now let's move on to the World Health Assembly, which is taking place in Geneva. So 78th World Health Assembly is taking place in Geneva. Let me tell you that every year this annual summit of the WHO takes place in Geneva, Switzerland. ठीक है, and it is taking place from 19 to 27th of May with the theme One World for Health. So One World for Health theme के साथ इस साल इस जनरल असेंबली को कंडक्ट किया जा रहा है. Now let us try to understand more about this General Assembly कि क्या है, क्या करती है. So basically this is the decision making body of the World Health Organization. WHO में whatever the decisions are being taken, basically this is the decision making body for the World Health Organization. Apart from that, सभी जो इसके मेंबर स्टेट्स हैं उसके डेलीगेट्स यहाँ पर इसे अटेंड करते हैं. अगर हम बात करेंगे कि कितने मेंबर स्टेट्स हैं, कैन एनीबडी टेल मी हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स आर देयर इन द वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? How many countries are the members of the WHO? Please tell me in the chat box. So what is the right answer here? It is 194. So there are 194 members of the World Health Organization. Okay, and what are the main functions of this decision making body? That is to basically identify the policies of the organization, appoint the Director General. If I ask you that who is presently serving as the Director General of World Health Organization, can anybody tell me that? Who is presently serving as the Director General? That is Dr. Tedros Adhanom is the right answer. ठीक है, apart from that, फाइनेंशियल पॉलिसीज को सुपरवाइज करना, जो हमारे proposed programs हैं उनके लिए बजट allocate करना. So all these parts are being done by this particular WHO World Health Assembly. ठीक है, I hope this part is absolutely clear to all of you. ठीक है, हमने कुछ static portions को भी यहाँ पर cover कर लिया है about the WHO. So I can see in the chat box, Guru Raj has given the right answer to that previous question that I asked. That is total 194 member states are there of the World Health Organization. So with this, we are done with this part. Now let's move ahead to the very important scheme, that is Northeast Apprenticeship Pilot Scheme. तो क्या है ये स्कीम, इसको अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं, बट इससे पहले एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. ठीक है, सो एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं राजू का. तो राजू इज अ पर्सन, ही वांट्स टू लर्न how to basically he wants to learn कि बाइक्स को कैसे ठीक किया जाए. ठीक है, अगर बाइक में कोई गड़बड़ हो गई है, कोई खराबी आ गई है, उसको कैसे ठीक किया जाए. ठीक है, सो इसके लिए ही बेसिकली गोज टू गैराज. वो गैराज में जाते हैं, वहां पे पिंटू बॉस होते हैं, एंड ही आस्क पिंटू बॉस बेसिकली दैट आई वांट टू लर्न कि बाइक्स को कैसे ठीक किया जाए. ठीक है, एंड आई विल ऑल्सो हेल्प यू आउट इन दिस. ठीक है, सो पिंटू बॉस एज अ रिजल्ट क्या करते हैं, राजू को कहते हैं ठीक है यू कैन कम टू माई गैराज, और एज अ पार्ट वो राजू को बाइक ठीक करना सिखाते हैं, राइट, और स्टेप बाय स्टेप वो सब चीजें उनको सिखाते हैं. So let's take an example that अगर ये garage एक kind of institutional body, it's a permanent establishment है, right? So basically this whole system where Raju is taking this particular training and hands-on job training, and Pinto boss is also giving some stipend to Raju as a part of this internship, we can say this apprenticeship, right? So this whole system is called the apprenticeship, जहां पर एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम बेस्ड प्रोग्राम रहेगा, जहां पर एक ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड की जाएगी पर्सन को, एंड द पर्सन हु इज बीइंग ट्रेन्ड इज कॉल्ड द अप्रेंटिस. ठीक है, सो एक काफी इजी एग्जांपल के साथ हमने समझा कि अप्रेंटिस और अप्रेंटिसशिप क्या होती है. ठीक है, अब हम बढ़ते हैं स्कीम के ऊपर. तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट अप्रेंटिसशिप पायलट स्कीम को लॉन्च किया गया रिसेंटली. इट वाज बीन लॉन्च्ड बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ स्किल डेवलपमेंट एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. ठीक है, एज you can see here it is focusing on the north eastern region. तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन में अप्रेंटिसशिप को बढ़ाने के लिए, उसको और एनहांस करने के लिए दिस पायलट प्रोजेक्ट हैज बीन लॉन्च्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. You can see here that we want to promote apprenticeship training in the northeastern region and provide structured, paid and high quality apprenticeship opportunities to the youth across the region. So northeastern region के जो लोग हैं, so let's take an example that Raju is from the northeastern region of the country, right? So उन्होंने देखा कि यहाँ पर काफी लोग हैं, Raju and his friends, they just want to learn new skills which are basically aligned with the industrial requirement. Presently जो मार्केट की डिमांड है उसके साथ वो उन स्किल्स को सीखना चाहते हैं. तो उन्होंने गवर्नमेंट को एक लेटर लिखा. एज अ रिजल्ट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया कम्स अप विद द such kind of initiative, that is Northeast Apprenticeship Pilot Scheme, जहां पर they will be providing this apprenticeship training and opportunities to the people who are, to the youth who are living in the northeastern region, so that they can provide it structured, paid and high quality apprenticeship opportunities. ठीक है, now as government is basically making this arrangement for Raju and his friends who are living in the northeastern region of the country, so some kind of allocation will also be there. That allocation is 43.94 crore. ठीक है, which is basically being launched for the pilot initiative, and this includes 4 crore for outreach, capacity building and the project implementation. इसको implement करने के लिए 4 crore rupees यहाँ पर और allocate किए गए हैं. Now comes the point that who will be implementing this particular scheme. Implement कौन करेगा इसे? It will be implemented by Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, Guwahati, National Skill Development Corporation, and it will be supported by state skill missions, local institutions and the regional directorates. तो ये सब मिलकर implement करेंगे and they will be able to collaboratively execute this pilot scheme which has been launched by the government of India. I hope this part is clear to all of you. Now let me tell you that this particular scheme is basically under the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. NAPS एक flagship initiative है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का, जिसके अंदर हम थ्रू आउट पैन इंडिया ऐसी अप्रेंटिसशिप अपॉर्चुनिटीज प्रोवाइड करते हैं. एंड अंडर दैट स्कीम दिस पर्टिकुलर पायलट स्कीम हैज बीन लॉन्च्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ स्किल डेवलपमेंट एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. तो अप्रेंटिसशिप में क्या दे रहे हैं हम? स्किल प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. तो स्किल के लिए कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री है? स्किल डेवलपमेंट एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप मिनिस्ट्री. ठीक है, अब हम बात करते हैं कि इस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम के अंदर फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट कितना दिया जाएगा. तो नेशनल अप्रेंटिसशिप प्रमोशन स्कीम के अंदर जो भी स्टाइपेंड मिल रहा है to these apprentices, so over and above to that stipend it will be given, and that will be rupees 1500 per month. तो additional 1500 per month एक साल के लिए दिया जाएगा. This is over and above the regular stipend provided under the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. ठीक है, so to the youth of the northeastern region this additional stipend will be given. ठीक है, and this will be applicable for apprentices from the northeastern region. तो अगर कोई अप्रेंटिस जो नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन से बिलोंग करता है एंड ही इज टेकिंग द ट्रेनिंग इन हरियाणा, राजस्थान, गुजरात, तमिलनाडु, केरला, कोलकाता और एट एनी प्लेस इन आवर कंट्री, तो उसको भी दैट पर्सन इज आल्सो एलिजिबल टू गेट दिस एक्स्ट्रा स्टाइपेंड अंडर दिस एनएपीएस स्कीम. ठीक है, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. सो बेसिकली नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन का पर्सन होना चाहिए, चाहे वो नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन के अंदर ट्रेनिंग ले रहा है या फिर उसके बाहर ले रहा है. इन बोथ द केसेस ही विल बी गिवन दिस एडिशनल स्टाइपेंड. So that is the right part here that we need to understand from here. Okay, and I hope that everybody is clear with this particular scheme, right? Now under this particular scheme an MOU was also been launched. An MOU was been signed between the two important organizations, that is NSDC, नेशनल स्किल डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन एंड द वेल्सपन लिविंग लिमिटेड। तो इन दोनों के बीच में एक एमओयू साइन हुआ जिसके अंदर बेसिकली दे जस्ट वांटेड टू ऑपरेशनलाइज दिस स्कीम। तो एक हाई इंपैक्ट पायलट इनिशिएटिव को प्रॉपरली सक्सेसफुली ऑपरेशनलाइज करने के लिए इस एमओयू को साइन किया गया, बट दिस एमओयू इज बेसिकली फॉर वन पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर ओनली, दैट इज फॉर द टेक्सटाइल सेक्टर। ठीक है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हम ऑपरेटर रोल्स में लोगों को रेडी करेंगे, एक वर्कफोर्स को रेडी करेंगे, एंड वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट दैट वी विल एंश्योर हियर दैट 50% of these apprentices will be women only. So we will promote inclusive participation with minimum 50% women among the trained candidates. This is a very important part that we need to understand here, right? So when we talk about the total beneficiaries, that will be 1,000 youth will be trained over a period of 1 year. Joint certification will be awarded by the NSDC and the Welspun Living Limited to all the apprentices who has taken this training successfully as a part of this MOU. ठीक है, so with this we are done with all the important details of this Northeast Apprenticeship Scheme, which is a pilot project which has been launched under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. ठीक है, तो सारी डिटेल्स सबको क्लियर है? If yes, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box so that we can move ahead to the next topic of the today's session. तो काफी डिटेल में हमने एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ चीजों को डिस्कस किया है. आई होप दैट यू गाइज आर रियली एबल टू कनेक्ट विद मी through that example that yes, this is the scheme what we are talking about. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic, that is the World Hydrogen Summit 2025. So World Hydrogen Summit has recently taken place in Rotterdam, right? So Rotterdam में ये हुई and it is one stop solution, one stop place where basically the major hydrogen deals are taking place. ठीक है, और ये हर साल होती है. This year it is organized by the Sustainable Energy Council and RX Global along with Dutch government, province of the South Holland, city of Rotterdam and the port of Rotterdam. तो ये इतना ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. जस्ट रिमेंबर वर्ल्ड हाइड्रोजन समिट 2025 रॉटरडैम के अंदर हुई है. ठीक है, ओनली दैट पार्ट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड यू कैन सी हियर वन ऑफ द इंडियन डेलीगेट हु हैज बेसिकली represented India in the World Hydrogen Summit 2025. And when an Indian person is going to that summit, definitely what will happen, that person will be telling the whole world that okay, these are the steps that we have taken in our country to enhance the production of the green hydrogen across the world, for the production of hydrogen in our country, right? So as a result, this person has absolutely done the same part. He basically talked about the national green hydrogen mission that we have implemented in our nation. So when we talk about the national green hydrogen mission, it was launched in 2023 with an initial allocation of $2.4 billion, right? And what exactly was the key aim of this part? We basically want to produce green hydrogen in our country, right? We want to use the green hydrogen in our country, and apart from that we also want to export the green hydrogen from our country. ठीक है, तो याद रखिए use, produce and export. So please remember these three keywords here which you have to use in the aim of the national green hydrogen mission. So we want to develop and adopt the green hydrogen technologies in our country, and the target under the scheme is basically 5 million metric tons of green hydrogen production by 2030. 2030 तक हमारा क्या टारगेट है? 5 million metric tons green hydrogen प्रोड्यूस करनी है हमें. ठीक है, और ये as we are basically seeing this as the renewable resource of energy, तो किस मिनिस्ट्री के अंडर स्कीम को लॉन्च किया होगा? दैट इज Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. So please remember these details, guys. They are really very important to be covered from the examination point of view. ठीक है, and as a part of this scheme, we are also targeting to reduce 50 MMT of the carbon dioxide emissions annually. We want to attract investments of $100 billion, generate over 66 lakh jobs. But apart from that, ये जो major target है, ये काफी important है हमारे लिए याद रखना, from the National Green Hydrogen Mission. Apart from that, when we talk about some other additional efforts taken by the government of India, तो गवर्नमेंट ने यहाँ पर ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन और ग्रीन अमोनिया को एग्जेम्प्ट कर दिया है फ्रॉम द एनवायरमेंटल क्लियरेंसेस. तो एनवायरमेंटल क्लियरेंस हमें लेने पड़ते हैं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरमेंट एंड फॉरेस्ट एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज से, राइट? तो उसको भी एग्जेम्प्ट कर दिया है फॉर द ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन एंड द ग्रीन अमोनिया. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हमारे 3 मेजर पोर्ट्स हैं, दैट आर कांडला, पैराडिप एंड टुटिकोरिन, जिनको बेसिकली आइडेंटिफाई किया गया है by the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways to be developed as a green hydrogen hubs. तो इन पोर्ट्स को ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन हब बनाया जाएगा इन द अपकमिंग टाइम. द नेम ऑफ दीज पोर्ट्स इज कांडला, पैराडिप एंड ट्यूटिकोरिन. So please remember these details. They are really important to be covered from the examination point of view. Let's move on to the next news article now. That is One Nation, One Mission and Plastic Pollution. So Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has recently released this particular campaign. You all know that we are moving towards the World Environment Day that every year we celebrate on 5th of June. Every year we celebrate 5th June as the World Environment Day. So we are heading towards the World Environment Day, and as a result of this particular campaign has been launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. That is the One Nation, One Mission and Plastic Pollution. और ये इंडिया का जो कमिटमेंट है टू एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटेक्शन, इस चीज को शोकेस करता है by this particular campaign. ठीक है. Apart from that, this campaign will create awareness about the hazards of plastic pollution. What exactly is the hazard this plastic pollution is creating across our society and the environment, and also we want to make sure the adoption of eco-friendly alternatives in our country, so that हम अपने एक lifestyle के अंदर ही eco-friendly practices को use करें and we can eliminate such kind of plastic pollution from our society and environment. So that's all that we need to cover from here. Apart from that, कुछ thrust areas है campaign के, like awareness and advocacy. Awareness फैलाई जाएगी लोगों के अंदर. Then reduced use and generation of plastic waste. तो हमें इसका यूज भी कम करना है प्लास्टिक का, और साथ साथ प्लास्टिक वेस्ट को हमें बेसिकली उसका जनरेशन भी कम करना है, राइट. मैनेज प्लास्टिक वेस्ट इंक्लूडिंग सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक थ्रू सेग्रीगेशन, कलेक्शन, डिस्पोजल. सो कैसे हम इसको मैनेज करेंगे, मैनेजमेंट पर भी काम किया जाएगा. डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सस्टेनेबल ऑल्टरनेटिव्स, ऐसे ऑल्टरनेटिव जो सस्टेनेबल है नेचर में, राइट. सो उनको अडॉप्ट किया जाएगा अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट यूजिंग द प्लास्टिक. So that's all from this One Nation, One Mission and Plastic Pollution. That basically a campaign launched by the government of India moving towards the World Environment Day that we celebrate every year on 5th of June. Then astrophysicist Jayant Narlikar has passed away recently. He's a Padma Vibhushan awardee. Let me tell you that he received the Padma Bhushan at the age of 26 years only. तो 26 साल के थे तब इन्होंने पद्म भूषण जीता था. After that he was also given Padma Vibhushan, and he is known for his pioneering contribution to the cosmology in our country. तो काफी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूशंस को सेटअप करने में इन्होंने हेल्प की. द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन इज एस्ट्रोफिजिसिस्ट जयंत नार्लिकर. प्लीज रिमेंबर द नेम. नाउ देयर आर सम इंपॉर्टेंट डेज दैट यू नीड टू कवर हियर, एंड यू कैन सी हियर दैट ऑन 20th May we have seen World Bee Day, which was celebrated with the theme of bee inspired by nature to nourish us all. So this is the World Bee Day theme for 2025. Then International Day for Biological Diversity that we celebrate every year on 22 May, and the theme for 2025 is harmony with nature and sustainable development. So you can see here that we are just connecting everything with the sustainable development nowadays. Then World Meteorology Day 2025, we are celebrating this on 20th of May with the theme of measurements for all times for all people. ठीक है. So इसी तरीके से एक measurement tool आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर, that has been showcased here. तो अगर हम बात करते हैं इंडिया की, सो इंडिया के लिए ये काफी अच्छा ओकेजन है, बिकॉज वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग 150th एनिवर्सरी ऑफ द साइनिंग ऑफ द मीटर कन्वेंशन. तो ये मीटर कन्वेंशन को पेरिस के अंदर साइन किया गया था इन 1875, और इंडिया के 150 ईयर्स पूरे हो चुके हैं, राइट. तो यहाँ पर डेट और थीम दोनों ही चीजें याद रखनी है फ्रॉम द एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. बढ़ते हैं अगले न्यूज आर्टिकल पे, दैट इज द गोल्डन डोम मिसाइल डिफेंस शील्ड. So United States have basically announced that it will be setting up this Golden Dome missile defense shield at a cost of $175 billion. And what we are trying to do here with the help of this Golden Dome missile defense shield, देख सकते हैं कि मिसाइल से डिफेंस लेना है हमें, राइट. सो बेसिकली अगर कोई मिसाइल यूएस के ऊपर फायर करता है, if somebody fires a missile to the US, so it will be able to deviate that missile or destroy this missile to coming to the US territory. ठीक है. The same kind of thing that you basically have done, which part was being done by S-400, right? But it was a different part. But now you can see here the Golden Dome has been announced by the US President Donald Trump here. Okay? So it is inspired by Israel's Iron Dome, but is designed to be more extensive, in which they will be using the satellite for detecting, tracking and interception of the incoming missiles. तो incoming missiles को basically रोका जाएगा. जब बस इतना सा चीज आपको ध्यान रखना है, ठीक है. So that's all from this. Now moving to the next part, INSV Kaundinya. So INSV Kaundinya has been inducted into the Indian Navy at the naval base of Karwad. ये 5th century का स्टिच सेल शिप है जिसको बेसिकली रिकंस्ट्रक्ट किया है इंडियन नेवी ने. सो इट वाज अ कोलैबोरेटिव एफर्ट ऑफ द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कल्चर, इंडियन नेवी एंड द होडी इनोवेशंस. ठीक है, सो जस्ट रिमेंबर द नेम, दैट इज INSV Kaundinya, जिसको नेवल बेस करवट पे फॉर्मली इंडक्ट किया गया है इनटू द इंडियन नेवी. नेक्स्ट पार्ट, द चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ एशियन प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. तो ये एक टोक्यो बेस्ड इंटर गवर्नमेंटल बॉडी है और इसकी चेयरमैनशिप मिली है इंडिया को. इंडिया हैज फॉर्मली assumed the chairmanship of Asian Productivity Organization for the period 2025 to 2026, and basically when it was held, basically a 67th session of the governing body meeting of APO was held in Jakarta, and during that part India assumed the chairmanship of APO. APO की बात करते हैं, इसे 1961 में स्टैब्लिश किया गया था. टोटल 21 मेंबर्स हैं. इंडिया इसका वन ऑफ द फाउंडिंग मेंबर्स था. ठीक है, बेसिकली एशिया पैसिफिक रीजन में प्रोडक्टिविटी एनहांसमेंट के लिए इस बॉडी को इंस्टीट्यूट किया गया था 1961 के अंदर. सो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम दिस एशियन प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसकी चेयरमैनशिप इंडिया ने ली है. एंड नाउ वी आर मूविंग ऑन टू द important MCQs. So my dear friends, you all know that just covering these current affair articles is not at all sufficient. We are also required to make sure that basically whether we are able to attain and retain all the important news articles or not, the content is clear to all of you or not, and whether you are able to solve the MCQs on the same or not. ठीक है, so ये आपको मिलेगा by practicing the MCQs. ठीक है, before moving on to the MCQs, again I would like to ask you one important thing, that what is your view? As you all know that right now in this week we are taking the sessions at 5 p.m. Earlier we were taking the sessions at 7 a.m. So at what time you want these sessions to be? Please tell me in the comment section after the end of the session. ठीक है, right now just let's start with the first MCQ of the day, and the very first question is on recently dash achieved a historic milestone by becoming the first state in the country to be officially declared fully literate. What is the right answer here? What is the name of that particular state? The name of the state is Mizoram. Option C, Mizoram is the right answer. Next question. So we will be solving these questions in a very quick fire manner because we have already covered them. So the theme for International Day for Biological Diversity. So I told you that we have connected this with the sustainable development. So the right answer is harmony with nature and sustainable development. Again, option C is the right answer. Next question. So Ministry of Environment ने एक campaign को launch किया moving towards the World Environment Day. What is the name of this campaign? The name of the campaign is One Nation, One Mission, End Plastic Pollution. Option D is the right answer. Next question. So government has launched the Northeast Apprenticeship Pilot Scheme, and now you are required to go through these statements and identify the statements which are correct here. तो कौन सी correct statement है ये आपको identify करना है. Now this is a challenge for all of you. Please try to answer this question. Just focus on the keyword. सबसे important चीज है, सबसे पहले demand क्या है question की, इसको understand करना है. What is the demand of the question? That we need to basically see here that what exactly are the keywords and what is the demand. Demand is to identify the correct statement, right? The topic is the Northeast Apprenticeship Pilot Scheme. So here just try to focus on the keywords here. क्या है keyword? पहला, implement कौन करेगा? Ministry of Labor and Employment. I told you that this is the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Scheme. So this statement is incorrect. Second statement, 1500 per month का stipend मिलेगा, absolutely right. 26,000 youth को मिलेगा North Eastern region के, absolutely right. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट, फाइनेंशियल एलोकेशन 43.94 करोड़ का है, जिसमें 4 करोड़ रुपीस आपके आउटरीच कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग और इंप्लीमेंटेशन के हैं. एब्सोल्युटली दिस इज आल्सो द राइट आंसर. सो स्टेटमेंट 2 and 3 आर करेक्ट. ऑप्शन बी विल बी द राइट आंसर हियर. सो आई कैन सी इन द चैट बॉक्स मुस्कान, यशिका, मुकुंद, हॉर्टिकोस, गुरुराज, ऑल द पीपल हैव गिवन ऑप्शन बी एज द राइट आंसर. वेल डन गाइस. बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन पे. So 78th World Assembly is taking place. What is the theme of the assembly and where exactly it is taking place? So 2 questions, 2 dimensions are being asked here. Please try to answer that in the chat box. So what is it? The place is basically Geneva where it is taking place. The theme is One World for Health. I hope all of you are able to answer these questions very easily, right? तो काफी जल्दी आप इन questions को answer कर पा रहे होंगे. Yes, option C is the right answer here. So now it's the time for the homework question, guys. Homework question आपकी screen पर है, and the people who will be giving me the right answer to this question, they will become द स्टार परफॉर्मर ऑफ द टुडेज सेशन, ठीक है। तो ये आपका उल्लास स्कीम के ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन है, यू हैव टू टेल मी द राइट आंसर टू दैट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन। अगर हम बात करते हैं लास्ट सेशन का होमवर्क क्वेश्चन, दैट वाज बेसिकली ऑन the IMF's World Economic Outlook. The right answer to the question was option C, and you can see here a long list of the star performers from the previous session. So thank you Harish, Ritika, Atyushi, Gururaj, Vishwajit, Arnav, as you guys are really doing well, and all other people. See, I'm not able to detect the name of all the people. All of you are really doing well. You are continuously giving me the right answer in the chat box, in the comment section. That shows your dedication towards your dream of becoming the next officer, right? So these are all the people who are the star performers from the previous session, and now I will be seeing in the comment section that who will be the star performer of our today's session, ठीक है जी। I hope कि आज के सेशन में जो टॉपिक्स हमने कवर किए हैं, you all of you are able to understand those topics and all of you are able to basically retain all the important aspects of these topics from the examination point of view. Now guys, if you are still new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. Apart from that, let me tell you here that the PDFs will be available to all of you for this session on the Telegram channel, जिसका लिंक है आपके डिस्क्रिप्शन के अंदर। टेलीग्राम चैनल को ज्वाइन कीजिए by clicking on the link in the description of this video. Join कीजिए टेलीग्राम चैनल, within 24 hours you will be getting the PDF of the session. And now that's all from the today's session, my dear friends. And if you are having any queries, please feel free to ask in the chat box. Apart from that, if you have any query regarding your preparation, regarding the current affairs preparation, or regarding any difficulty in any subject of the examination, always feel free to ask your queries in the comment section. और आप हमें ईमेल भी कर सकते हैं अपनी क्वेरीज को at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 8146207241, ठीक है। तो दोनों ही 3 मोड्स हैं आपके पास, कमेंट सेक्शन में मेंशन कर सकते हैं, दूसरा आप यहाँ पर मेल कर सकते हैं, आप हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। एंड वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट वाज हैविंग द थिंग राइट in the previous session that the brightness of the screen was not that much good, so we have worked on the same, right? And I hope that today visibility was really well for all of you in the today's session, ठीक है जी। So Siddharth, first when we will be done with the March 2025 current affairs, then we will move ahead to the April one also. Do not worry, in the upcoming timeline we will also be coming up with the April monthly revision sessions, ठीक है। Do not worry, but today we are having the March 2025 current affairs session, so make sure at 6 PM you are joining us here at EduTap's YouTube channel. So Mukund, I hope that your doubt is also clear regarding the April current affairs. After covering the March one, we will be moving ahead to the April 2025 current affairs, ठीक है। So I can see here that there are no more queries in the chat box, so that means that we are good to conclude this session, guys. So it was really great to have all of you joining here in this session. Now I will be meeting you in the next session that we are going to take place at 6 PM. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning and see you in that session.